Summary: Zelensky says he decides to replace Oleksiy Reznikov lobbying the West for billions of help. The ministry has encountered graft claims called smear Kyiv. The 3rd of September, Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky said that on Sunday, Russia has been preparing ground for the greatest concussion of Ukraine defense organization since Russia launched its full-scale invasion in February 2022. Zelensky, Defense Minister Oleksiy Reznikov at the video address every night, said that this week would ask Parliament to change the country's main privatization fund with Rustem Umerov. Since November 2021, Defense Minister Reznikov has provided security billions of dollars Western military aid to assist war efforts, but it was directed by the graft claims surrounding ministry as a smear. The decision comes the midst of a pressure on corruption in which Zelensky was willing to emphasize Ukraine. Zelensky, I decided to replace the Minister of Defense of Ukraine. Zelensky added that the parliament expects Umerov to approve the appointment and Umerov did not need any additional entrances. 41-year-old former lawmaker and Crimean Tatar, Umerov has led Ukrainian State Property Fund since September 2022, and played a role in the sensitive wartime negotiations on Black Sea grain agreement. In Ukraine, he was praised for registry of the State Property Fund, which controls privatization of state assets, and was involved in corruption scandals before taking part. Relationship with the West: Gleb Gararanich's license rights during war. Reznikov's Ministry of Defense. German Marder main war tanks and HIMARS rocket artillery, including strong military equipment, supply strong military equipment to overcome taboos. Overcome West looks. Although Reznikov had numerous interactions with U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, a Pentagon spokesman refused to comment on the movement by saying that it was an internal issue for the Ukrainian government. Western military aid played an important role in war, because Ukraine first forced Russian troops around capital Kiev before initiation of its opposition in northeast and south. The troops are now fighting intense mines and Russian defense lines to recapture the region in the southeast and east. Reznikov, an English speaker, has a strong relationship with allied defense ministers and military officials. A parliamentary member overthrew him as Ukraine's possible new ambassador to London. Apparently, Reznikov's ministry is accused of buying food at inflatable prices, which began in January, seems to end the domestic media pressure. Although he did not participate in the food contract in person, he said that some Ukrainian commentators should take political responsibility for those who are. Last month, a Ukrainian media organization blamed Ministry of corruption during the supply of winter coats for army. Reznikov refused to make any mistake and said that it was again targeted by a smear campaign.